Victor A.L., Lieutenant with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. So the Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit is on scene here investigating what appears to be a murder. Two deceased. We have a white female and a white male. We also have a suspect that has turned himself in at the Cypress Woods substation. We have investigators that are en route there to speak with that individual. We have the Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit, Crime Scene Unit on scene here conducting this investigation. We have obtained some information from sources here that there's been a history of family violence with the deceased female here and the male suspect who has turned himself in over at the Cypress Woods substation. We know that there was a protective order that was in place that had been filed from a previous incident back in June of 2018. The protective order was put in place in August of 2018. This female decedent was worried and had made that known to several individuals, friends, family members, that there was a possibility that the suspect was following her, looking for her. She made it known here to the people at the trailer park that they needed to be on the lookout for him. She was in the process of renovating this trailer. There was a gentleman that was here with her who we believe and have gained information that was a worker. We don't know what the relationship was between him and her. However, both of them are deceased here at the scene. It appears to be trauma to the body, multiple stab wounds. We're going to continue to process this scene and find out all the information that we can reference to what's going on here. We know that the decedent female had 3 children. They are not at the location. They were not here at the time that this incident had taken place. She had safeguarded them with a babysitter, anticipating that this individual may come here looking for her, as she had made it known to everybody here, or made it known to the leasing office here in the trailer park. So those children are okay, they're safe, they were not here on location at this time. Like I said, we will continue to interview witnesses. We'll do a canvass out here, speak to individuals who live here in the trailer park, and try to obtain some additional information that may be able to help us out in this investigation. So that's what we have at this point. This is all preliminary information. The Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit will continue to methodically process this scene. We'll bring all the resources to bear that we need to make sure that we get all the information that is necessary for prosecution. And the Sheriff's Office would like to offer our sincerest condolences to the family members. This is definitely a dark day for them in their familial history. It's not something that we want to see happen. It seems like it happens way too much. And I'd also like to say that if there's anybody who finds himself in a similar situation with domestic violence, there's resources that are available to you. The Harris County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council, she has obviously attempted to put a protective order in place. Those are options that are available to you, but you really have to safeguard and make sure that you have as much coverage as you possibly can to attempt to prevent something like this from taking place, and it appears that she had made every effort to do that. It's just a sad, sad situation, a tragic situation, and again, the Sheriff's Office offers our condolences to the family of these victims.
If I could ask you this, when you said, and pardon the question, she had made every effort to try and safeguard herself, safeguard her children, informing people, and yet he still got in.
Yes, ma'am.
So what additional warning should that be?
You know, you have to be vigilant. I don't know all the dynamics of what was going on in their relationship. However, it appears that she did everything that she could up to this point to attempt to prevent that from taking place. And unfortunately, he was able to find her, and we have the situation that took place today. But please don't let that be a deterrent to anybody who finds himself in a similar situation. Try to do everything that you can to get the resources that you need to prevent it from taking place.
The gentleman that was shot, was he working on the remodeling of the house?
You said the gentleman that was shot?
I'm sorry, stabbed.
Okay.
He was working at...
Right, as far as we know of, he was working on helping to remodel the trailer. We don't know what their personal relationship was. That's obviously something that will bear out in the investigation. We'll talk to individuals who may be able to glean that information for us so that we'll be able to glean the information from. But it appears as if though he were working here at the time that this incident took place.
And you say there's a history between the female and the suspect, but what is the history exactly? The ex-boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, what's the actual?
I'm not sure if they're married. They obviously have had some history of domestic violence, but we're going to investigate that and see if we can't find out exactly what their familial relationship was.
Are any of the children his?
We do not know that at this time. That'll be part of the investigation.
And one other question, was one of the victims found outside the mobile home?
There were 2 victims that were found outside of the
They
mobile
were
home.
both outside.
Yes, ma'am. Both of them were found
Does it
outside.
appear that they were trying to get away?
We do not know that at this time. That'd be purely speculation on our part. We will let the physical evidence tell us exactly what transpired. So that's part of the investigation. Crime scene guys will go in and do their photographing. We'll have the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science come out, and they will be able to tell us more once they get out here. So that's all part of the investigation, and we'll continue to do that. We just like to let the public know, the community out here, that this appears to be all contained right here in this trailer. We don't have anybody else on the run. There's no need for anybody out here to be alarmed. We are on the scene taking care of the investigation, and it appears that it's all contained at this point here.
Any approximate age on the deceased?
We do not have that at this time, sir. We know that the suspect is approximately 34 years old.
And initially, we were told that the suspect was detained. Was he already detained over at Cypress Wood?
Right.
He was taken over there for questioning and then detained?
Well, what we've been able to determine at this point is that he actually drove over to the Cypress Wood substation to turn himself in. So that's how we're able to connect him with this scene. And also, based on that physical evidence that's on his clothing at the time, we've contacted the Harris County District Attorney's Office, and they've already accepted the charge of capital murder. Since we have 2 deceased here, they were killed in the same criminal episode, they accepted the capital murder charge.
So did he get away from here? Y'all didn't pick him up here?
No, ma'am. He apparently
gone.
drove away from here, right?
So was it right away or?
Don't know. We don't know what the time frame is on that. We just know that he showed up over at the Cypress Wood substation and wanted to turn himself in. He implicated himself as to being here at this location.
And he's not charged with capital murder?
He will be charged with capital murder, right?
So there's no name for him?
With 2 counts.
Do you have a name?
It'll be 2 charges, or 2 counts of capital murder, right?
And who reported this? Was it neighbors? Did they hear anything?
I believe that's how the call came in. It was a 911 calls that came in about the incident out here.
Do you have a name for the suspect?
We have him listed as Brian Bullock. Brian Bullock.
B-U-L-L-O-C-K.
B-U-L-L-O-C-K.
And Ryan?
Brian, B-R-I-A-N,
Brian Bullock, and he's 34 years old?
34 years old.
He lives in Tomball?
We do not know what his address is. We'll release more information as it becomes available through our public information office.
Do you have the names of the victims?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the names?
Not yet.
Not yet. So anything else will be released through the Institute of Forensic Science. When we get cause and manner of death, then I'll put out all the rest of it.
So I
Okay.
guess they were reported, there was a quick response. They weren't out here, and then somebody just walked by and saw them and called 911.
No, as far as we know, we got calls from
Pretty
neighbors
quickly.
who
Okay.
saw something going on and called us. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.